Right. Hello, this Early Finance back. Okay, what we're going to be looking at today is we're going to be looking at what is an electric current. Let's just look at the basics. Right, so here I've got, this is a drawing of what a wire is. Okay, this is a very simplified version of a metal wire. Okay, so that's the wire going that way, a bit of a wire. Right, and then these circles represent the nuclei or the positive ions of the atoms in the wire. So let's say it's copper, a copper wire. Okay, so it's a copper wire. These are the positive nuclei of the copper wire. We call them positive ions because they've all got positive charges. Okay, and what we tend to say is that metals are positive ions in a sea of electrons. And why do metals conduct electricity so well? Is because these sea of electrons float around and they're not really fixed to the ion itself. It can move around. Okay, so we've got, I'm going to represent an electron as an E with a negative charge. Okay, so you can see that little bit. So you've got E like that. So these electrons float around within the structure, which are fixed. These here, these positive ions are fixed, they can't move. Okay, but the sea of these electrons can move. So what electricity is in this form, as in when we're conducting an electric current through a wire, is you've got the positively charged ions, which are fixed in place, and then we put a negative and a positive on each end of the wire. Okay, so electrons are negative, so they're going to be attracted to a positive charge, and then the electrons are negative, so they're going to move away from a negative. Okay, so all that happens is these electrons go, oh, I've got to get away from the negative because the negatives repel each other. Oh, there's a positive on the end of that one, on that end of the wire. I want to go there because I'm attracted to that positive. So they just whiz along to the other end of the wire to get to the positive. So you get these electrons whizzing through the wire. It's a very technical term, whizzing. Through the wire, through the ions, towards the positive. Okay, and that way we get an electric current, and you can see that it is the same way as you think of an electric current in a stream, well, a current in a stream where the water is flowing through the stream, and like the rocks in the stream are like the positive ions, and the water is the electrons flowing through from one end to the other, and they move towards, this is the high, equivalent to the high ground, the high end of the stream, so the top of the stream, and they're going towards positive, so it's less negative, the charged area. They're going down towards the positive electric current, just like a current in a stream. Okay, easy. Woohoo!